Couple Hawaiian FM 100.3, 99.1, and online at copperradio.com. Another great opportunity to talk story with the County of our Hawaii Police Department. Joining me today, Lieutenant Rio Amon Wilkins. He is the Criminal Investigation Section of the Hawaii Police Department. Aloha and good morning. How are you, Lieutenant?
Good morning. I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. You know, we are upon we're already into the holidays. That just kind of blows my mind already. But, you know, I hear that you have some hands-on information on what the Hawaii Police Department actually recommends to protect us as a community as we're shopping, whether it's online or locally. How do we protect ourselves against those porch pirates and mail theft?
Number one, for mail theft, I would recommend locked mailboxes. That's going to make your mail the most secure. Those can be pricey, so not everybody can afford that. Having a post office box is another way to protect your mail. I know the Postal Service also has a service called Informed Delivery, where any item that's coming in through the Postal Service, you can monitor it and track it. And know when it's coming. If you don't have the ability to have a locked mailbox, I would definitely recommend any outgoing mail of any significance, anything with checks inside, bills and stuff, definitely just drop that off at a Postal Service drop box, just to ensure that it's not intercepted by the wrong person, along the way.
You know, Lieutenant, sometimes we think about this particular topic as things that happen elsewhere and not in Hawaii. Have you seen an increase in these thefts, mail theft on Hawaii Island?
It's one of those things that's real, periodic. Sometimes we don't see it for a few months, and then we'll see a huge rash of it in different neighborhoods around the island. Even the neighborhood I live in Hilo, I've been, at the house I'm in now for about 3.5, 4 years. And I've probably seen it, 3 or 4 times, in that period where, you walk around your neighborhood in the morning or drive, through your neighborhood, and you'll see, a bunch of mailboxes opened. Oftentimes you'll see packages that, people had, smaller packages that were in a mailbox that they'll, the people will actually open up the package and see what's in it, and they'll take, leave the rubbish there in the ground.
Wow.
So we definitely do see it, but like I said, it's something that's real periodic. It's not something that we see every single day.
Now, about shoppers, everybody is getting ready for the holiday season. How can shoppers stay safe while out shopping?
Number one is, strategically parking. I know that's not easy, in busy shopping center parking lots, or, Walmart or Costco, Target parking lots. But just definitely be aware of your surroundings when you park. A lot of times there'll be, criminal activity in a parking lot. People will park there and, kind of stake out the parking lot looking for, possible, people to victimize. So just be aware of where you park. If it's evening or nighttime, try to park in a well-lit area. I wouldn't recommend doing a bunch of shopping, taking all the stuff that you bought, putting it in your car and going back in the store. I know sometimes you have to, but I would definitely try to minimize that. Obviously try to keep your car locked all the time. Don't ever leave the keys in there. Keeping valuable things, out of sight. And then, when you are shopping, I always see people leaving their wallet or handbag or purse in their shopping cart, and turning around just for a second. And, I'll find myself in the grocery store, and I'll see that, and I'll tell people, it's just not a good idea to do that. It only takes a second or two. And we all know, with everything that we keep in our wallets, our driver's license, credit cards, social security cards, it only takes these people, minutes before they start, victimizing you if they do get a hold of that stuff.
Oh gosh, that's me. That's me in the shopping cart. I always just throw it in there, and then I'm, but you're right.
When you're busy, it's easier to put your heavy purse, in the shopping cart, and and turn around for a minute to get something off the shelf. But we do see cases like that where people do grab it out of shopping carts. And it
Gosh.
seems like and um, gas stations are one of the places that the criminals usually hit right away with stolen credit cards, as well as they like to buy gift cards also, because then once you buy gift cards, and as soon as the victim cancels their credit card, a lot of times these gift cards are still good. So
Oh,
definitely want to do everything
good
you
point.
can to protect yourself.
Yeah. Now, in this shopping time and the holidays, many of us are swiping that ATM. What are some of the good ATM safety tips you can recommend for us?
Just like when you're parking your vehicle, just be aware of your surroundings. Um, you make sure a lot of the ATM machines have a mirror in them, which you can also utilize. Um, Try to go to the ATM if you can during daylight hours, rather than going to a remote ATM machine or bank in the evening hours in the dark.
Hmm.
Um, and a lot of shopping centers have ATMs in there. I think the best tip for that is just to plan ahead. Get that money out of the machine, either from the bank or during daylight hours.
Hmm.
And again, definitely be aware of your surroundings.
Wow. That I think that's the one thing I've heard you say 10 times today. Always be aware of your surroundings.
Yeah, it's an important reminder for all of us. I mean, during the busy holiday season, and everybody's rushing around to get last minute gifts, and you got your kids in the car, and they're hungry, and you're hungry, and it's easy to get distracted by life, and and forget those little things, about remembering to be aware of your surroundings. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there anything else you'd like to say to our Ohana who's listening today and wrapping up our conversation today?
I mean, we just want to help people, we just want to minimize crime. I mean, obviously it makes our job easier, but we hate to see, people getting victimized in the community. We're all, members of the community, and, the safer it is, for everybody, the better.
Mahalo nui, Lieutenant. I really appreciate your time with us today. And on behalf of Kapa Hawaiian FM, thank you for your mana'o and keeping us safe today. Mahalo.
Thank you very much.